Hello my gorgeous babes out there and welcome. In today's video, we are going to get into the new Jord's Divine collection from Oden. I picked up the two palettes, some of the jewelry, and I'm just going to do swatches, create a couple looks with both of the palettes, and let you know my thoughts on this whole collection. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri, and I am just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on indie makeup. So if that is what you're into, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So it has been a long time coming. I've been needing to film this video for a while. I got this collection, I would say a week and a half ago, but my dad was visiting, so I wanted to spend time with him instead of filming. So that's why this video is a little delayed, but I still wanted to film about this collection because I love Oden. They're one of my favorite indie brands. They're based out of Sweden, and I just love the theming of all their collections. So this one is called the Jord's Divine collection, and there's two palettes and there's some jewelry pieces in it. I have both palettes here, and two of the jewelry pieces, I'm actually wearing one, but they say the collection is a tribute to Jord. I think I'm saying that name right. The goddess of earth in Norse mythology, celebrated for her breathtaking natural beauty and irresistible power. So let's get into everything. I'll start off with the jewelry. So like I said, I'm actually wearing one of the pieces on my ears. Let me get closer so you guys can see. It's so pretty. It's two hearts and like these little chains. I just thought those were adorable, so I had to pick these earrings up. But these ones go for $28.90. And then I also picked up these earrings right here called the Jewel Story Pink Heart Stud Earrings. These go for $25.90. They're so pretty, and the gems in the center have like a lavender hint to them. I'll wear them throughout the video so you guys can see what they look actually on. So now let's get into the palettes. So the first one here is the Jewels and Gems palette. This one goes for $35.90. Here's the beautiful packaging. Like, they always kill it with the packaging. So stunning, so luxe and beautiful. And then inside there is a mirror. And then here are the shades. So this one has more of a pink gray hue. It's a little muted, more cool tone, very earthy. It's really pretty. There's 15 shades in here, and it says there's a mix of mattes, multichromes, unique textured metallics, and shimmer shadows. I like this. I feel like both nudie and color lovers will appreciate this palette, especially those who love more cool tone shadows, which I do when it comes to more like nudie shades. And then the other palette in the collection is called the Stone and Rock palette. Here's the packaging on this one. It's so pretty as well. Love the shiny reflective little stones. Here's the back of it. And then inside, there is a mirror as well, and here are the tones of this one. They say this one has more of a cool earthy gray green tone to it, which I love my earthy green tones. This one also has 15 shades, also goes for $35.90. This one is also a mix of mattes, multichromes, unique textured metallics, and shimmer shadows. So you have a bunch of different textures to work with in this one. So that was everything that was in this collection, pretty much all the info. I want to do two looks with each palette, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end. All right, let's get into the Jewels and Gems palette. I'm gonna try to be creative with this look. There was this specific look I saw in one of their promo videos, and I thought it was so pretty that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm gonna start off with a shade called Intoxication, and I'm gonna do a defined shape with it based on how the look was in the video. And then I'm gonna like bring it down here. So there is the shape. I think both eyes match pretty well. So I'm gonna take the shade called Ecstasy to blend out the edge, and I'm gonna use this little like shader brush right here. This is from ItsBel. This is the E3 brush, and the first brush I was using for the first shadow was the ItsBel Cosmetics E1 brush. They're like such fine little tips to them. Perfect for very defined looks where you wanna, you know, do defined shapes and be super accurate and, you know, have it be on the smaller side. I am gonna take a little bit of concealer just to get everything a little bit more sharp and defined. I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape, the original, to carve everything out. So let me get a teeny little flat shader brush. I'm just gonna go right there into the concealer and cover the whole lid and really carve out that shadow. So now I'm going to start getting into some of the shimmers, and then we'll figure out what I want to do on the lower lash line. But I do want to use the shade called Rhapsody. This one right here, it looks so pretty. It looks like there's some green to it. It reminds me of like what I'd imagine minerals looking like. And I'm just picking it up on the brush. It picks up really well, but I am going to wet it just for good measures and to avoid fallout. And I'm gonna put that in the inner portion. Ooh, that is so pretty. There's like a taupiness to it, but it's so bright, and there's definitely, I feel like, some green to the shadow. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of Paradise, this really dark kind of charcoaly but slightly bluish shade, little shimmer, and I'm gonna take it on this little ItsBel brush, the what is it, the E3 brush, and I'm gonna like kind of take it out there, but more at like an angle. I guess this will be like a deepening shade. Now I want to take this shade called Elatedness. It's a very light pink, and I think I'm gonna try to just tap it in the center. It's gonna be like a spotlight shade right there. Will that make a difference? We'll see. I'm just gonna tap that right there. Because I wanted the shade to pull a little bit more pinky, I'm gonna take a little bit of Elation, this pinky matte, like more like a mauve shade, and I'm gonna just kind of tap that over it. So now I'm going to go into Intoxication and use that on the lower lash line with this thin kind of liner brush, and I'm gonna kind of smudge it down here and do like a little bit of a line. Yeah. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I want to take Swoon. This shade right here, it looks so reflective, and I'm going to pop that a little bit in the inner corner to just make things a little bit brighter there. So I'm just taking this little brush from Nabla, I'm going to spray it, and I'm just going to like dab it right here. Yes, just a little extra brightness. So I'm going to finish off the look off camera, may add little gems here and there to go with the jewel and gems theme, and then I will be back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am coming in hot with look number 1. What do you guys think of this one? I really like how it turned out. The shape, the smokiness of it, the etherealness of it. It's really, really pretty. And I think I did a pretty good job at creating a fox eye with this one. Usually I struggle creating that shape, but I actually think it looks really, really good. And I did take the Intoxication shade, this dark one, to create the line or like the wing on the top here, and to create the fox eye. Didn't use any like liquid liners to do that. And I did also add gems. Like I said, I put gems in the front here and the arch and the slope down, some gems here and here, because of course it's a jewels and gems collection. We needed some gems for this eye look, and I just feel really, really pretty. Now, what else I did off camera was I used the usual mascara combo that I've been going into for a while now. And then I also use this liner from Kaleidos. This is in Night of Creations, one of their multi-chrome liners. It's a beautiful purple shifty shade. It looks so good in the waterline. Like, it matched the look so well. And then I have a Oden's Eye cream lip stain on my lips. I have a little jasmine. It's a beautiful like glossy color, and it goes really nicely with this look as well. And that's basically it for look number 1. So now let's get into look number 2. So I'm going to start off with the shade called Transition and use that all through the crease. I'm using this Kaleidos S2 brush to dust off the excess and just get that fluffed all the way through the crease as my initial transition shade. Now I'm going to take this ItsBel Cosmetics E5 brush. It's like a small blendy brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called Rapture. I'm going to see if that's going to add any depth to the look. It's like a navy blue shade. I just want to get things a little smokier. Oh yeah, that does add some depth to the look. So now I want to blend out the edges just to get a better blend. So I'm going to take the shade called Ecstasy, the lighter gray shade, just to soften things up on the edge. So now I want to just do the same thing on the lower lash line, use the same two blue colors. I'm going to start off with Rapture though, the darker one, the more navy blue, and get that through the bottom. And now I'm going to take this really flexible blendy brush and go into transition, the more tealy shade. I'm just going to run that down here on the edge, get everything nice and blended. So now I want to go into some shimmers. I think I want to take Exhalation on the lower lash line. I know most people like using lighter metallics in the inner portion, but this purple looks stunning and I just need to use it in the look. So I'm just going to pick it up on this little brush right here from ItsBel, the 83, and I sprayed it a little bit with some water, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of a purple vibe into the look. So now let's get on with the shimmers on the lid. So I know for sure I want to try out this shade called Courageousness. It's a beautiful kind of gray shade. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really pretty. Yes, I love that. So I'm just picking it up with a flat shader brush and I'm going to spray it. And I'm gonna use that like in the middle part and further in. So now I want to take the shade called Rhapsody, the same shade I used on the first look in the inner portion, and spray it. This one definitely is more light, more reflective, but I think it's gonna mesh so well into that other shimmer. Yeah, they're meant to be together. And last but not least, we need a inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna take the shade called Elatedness, the light pink one, and I'm gonna use that as my inner corner highlight. I'm going to spray it, and we're just gonna pop it right there and get a little bit of extra brightness right there in the very inner corner. I am gonna go do some details off camera because I'm doing so many looks in this video. I'm not gonna do the details on camera because it's just too much. So I'm probably gonna add some gems, you know, we're in the gems theme here, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, loves, I am back. Here is look number 2. I really love this one as well. I went kind of crazy with the gems this time. I wanted extra pizzazz for this look, so I did a whole arch of these silver gems, and I put the gems on the outer corner too of like the wing here, just to really add some shine. I've never done that like with these many little gems, but I just felt like I needed it, and I think it looks so pretty. I look very cool tone, very smoky, but this palette just has such beautiful smoky cool tone shades in it, and those are the type of tones that I love using in eye looks. I love a more darker dramatic look. But what else I did off camera was I used my usual mascara combo, like my forever go-to right now, and I also use the Oden's Eye Elva Matte Lip Stain in Perfect Plum. It's a more kind of mauve-y shade, I feel, but I thought it went really well with the eye look. And I also used this pencil from Urban Decay. It's their 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Goddess. I'm not sure if this is something you can still pick up because I got it in a holiday set like forever ago. It's a like metallic navy shade. Put that in the waterline, went perfect with the look. And that is everything that I did for look number 2. I feel like it's so pretty. Like the first look and this look are very different, but they're both like super gorgeous and ethereal and like giving goddess vibes. So that is it for look number 2. Now we are going to get into the other palette and create 2 more looks. Now getting into the Stone and Rock palette. I did prime my eyes. I forgot to mention this earlier. I've been using the Kaleidos Tone Activated Primer and I have not been setting it. So I'm going to start off with the shade called Exuberance. I think we're going to do a simple grungy green look for this one. Maybe not be so smoky like I have been in all the other looks. But I'm going to start with that all through the crease. Oh, I love my grungy tones like this. Now I'm going to take the shade called Madness, this beautiful lighter grungy green, and I'm going to use that on the edge. This one has a little bit more yellow to it. Now I'm going to go into the shade called Elevated, which is a very deep cool tone brown. Pretty sure this is a brown, not a purple. I'm going to take this angle liner brush and I'm just going to create like a shape here. You'll see in a bit what I'm doing. But I'm keeping my eye open. And I think that's how I'm going to do it. It's kind of like faking a wing with my hooded eye. And I'm just going to fill that in too. So here's the shape. I did bring the brown a little bit down on the bottom too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the front yet. But this is kind of like mimicking a wing with shadow. I got this idea from Annette's Makeup Corner. She does it way better than I do it. But now I want to get into some shimmers. I'm going to start off with Lightheartedness. This brownie metallic that looks like it's going to be really foiled. It's like a cool tone brown. And I'm going to spray it. And I'm going to use that on this part here. Oh my god, this is so flaky and foiled. I'm just going to try to smooth it on as best as possible. But ooh, that's pretty. Now I'm going to go into Passion. This shade right here. This greeny grunge metallic. This one picks up a lot easier on a brush. I'm going to spray it. It's just a little bit more smoother. And I'm going to bring that through everything and kind of match it up. So now let's take a little bit of Exuberance. I'm going to use that on the bottom here and like the front portion. And then I'll blend the edges of everything with the like lighter limey dingy green. So let's finalize the look and go into this shade called Frenzy as a inner corner highlight. This one is one of those iridescent shades, but you can tell it has like a greeny shift. Ooh, that is beautiful. It's kind of like a minty shift. And I'm going to pick it up on this ItsBel E2 brush. I'm going to spray it. And we are just going to get a little pop right there. Ooh, that is beautiful. That is such a beautiful little greeny, shifty, iridescent shade. So that is it for all the shadows that I'm going to use. I'm going to figure out the little added details and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. Alright my loves, I am back and here is the completed look. Yes, I went crazy on the details, but I've just been feeling so creative lately and I'm just embracing that creativity, and here is what I came up with. Now I didn't use any gems because I couldn't find the right color ones that I wanted to use, so I decided to go to the Galaxy instead and put on little star stickers. There are these limey reflective shifty star stickers that are meant to go on your nails, so you can totally use them on your eyes with some glitter glue. And then I decided I wanted to define the shape on the eyes a little more, so I went in with some liner details, did that arch, a little here, and then I use yellow stars in the inner portion. And for the liner details, I use the JD Glow liner in neon yellow, and I just have these little star stickers. I'll link them below. They're from Amazon. And then I decided to use the LA Girl Shockwave liner in Screamin', probably my most used pencil from them. And I also tightlined with a black pencil, used my usual mascara combo, and then I went in with the Oden's Eye lipstick in Light Peach, just a peachy nude. This is in their matte formula. They have really, really nice lip products as well. So that was everything for this very green, earthy, fun. Oh, I just love this look. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So that was everything for the first look with the Stones and Rock palette. Now let's get into look number 2. So I think I'm just gonna go right into Cheer. This very cool toned deep green. And I'm going to use that through the crease. I did go in with the Kaleidos primer again and did not set it. But I'm just going to pack this all to the crease. Like, I'm just going to do the most smokiest green look ever, which is making me so excited. Now, I do want to take a little bit of Dreamland. I feel like this is just a little bit lighter, and I'm going to try to use that on the edge softly. I want to keep this look cool tone, so that's why I'm not going in with that like lighter green, because that one leans on the yellowy side. So I'm just brushing that over the edge. Now I'm going to go into this shade called Passage. We're going to get even more smoky, and I'm going to use that on the outer corner. This one looks like a matte black. I'm just going to lay it over here just to add even more depth to the outer corner. I'm also going to use the same shades on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go into Cheer and use that all on the bottom, and I'll probably use that Passage Black Matte on the outer corner to connect up to the top. So now let's get into the shimmers, my favorite part. I'm going to go into Splendid, this very like deep gray metallic. I love these kind of shades. They remind me of like a starry night sky. I have to be careful to try to avoid fallout because these shades, you know, are on the thicker, flakier side. I did wet it, and I'm just gonna cover most of the lid. I'm gonna try to be as careful as possible because I don't want to have too much fallout and end up staining my under eye since this is such a dark metallic. Now I'm going to take some of the High Spirits shade. I want to use that on the lower lash line. It's one of those smooth black base like multichromes. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so bright. And I'm just going to take it on the edge of this brush, and I'm going to wet the brush as well, just so it can smooth on easily down there. I just want it some more greeny goodness and a little bit of brightness in the front here, even though, I mean, it is still a darker green shade. Now I want to use the shade called Cheerfulness, this one right here. It looks kind of like a minty green. This one looks so flaky. I'm taking this little ItsBel brush, I'm going to spray it, and I'm just going to pop that in the very inner portion just so we have a little bit of brightness there. I'm not going to take it too far in, and I'm not going to take it too much on the lid. And for the final look, I have to use this matte white. I love using matte whites as inner corner highlights, as brightening shades, and I just want to see how pigmented this one will be. Oh, she pigmented all right, and I'm just going to take it a little bit up into the crease. That is all the shadows that I'm going to use on my eyes. I love how this turned out. So I'm gonna go and do liner, mascara, something for the lippies. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add any like gems or anything, not totally sure, but I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back, and here is the completed look, the final one for the video. I love how smoky this turned out. I didn't add any additional details because I felt like this was beautiful and dramatic and perfect on its own, and I love like the brightness in the inner corner. Just the smoky green vibes make me so happy. So all I did off camera was I did add some falsies since I felt like the look was dramatic and needed falsies. So I went in with the Kiss Soul Wispy Lashes number 11 and used the Kiss Lash Glue liner. Used my usual mascara combo underneath the lashes. I did tight line with a black pencil, and then I wanted to brighten up my waterline, so I went in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil and Milk. This is such a good white liner to help brighten up the eyes. And then for my lips, I went in with the Oden's Eye Lipstick in Love Jasmine. This is in their cream formula, so it's more of a glossy lip. Perfect little nude to go with this eye look. And that was all I did to complete this one. It was so easy to put together, but it just looks like more complex than you would think it would be. It was just so easy to just get everything to be smoky. It looks so beautiful, and I just love these kind of looks. So that was all the looks. So now I'm ready to give you guys my final first impressions on everything. So this wasn't really like a review video, I guess. It was more to just see if the shadows in these palettes are their usual consistent formula, which they are. Oden's Eye makes very good eyeshadow, so I'm very happy with both of these palettes. I love the color stories on both of them, and I love that they both lean on the cool tone side. That is totally my jam when it comes to shadows. I love that this one has like some blues and some purpley tones, some pinky and gray tones, and I love all the different textures in both of the palettes. You get to work with some more flaky super foiled ones, you get to have some more satiny ones, some nice smooth shimmers, and then the mattes are just excellent and pigmented. I love that this one is so green. It has a little grunge. It also leans mainly cool tone. There's two shades that are a little bit on the warmer side, but besides that, it's more of a cool tone gray-ish green palette. But I love this one as well. This is probably my favorite because I love my greens, I love my grunge, so this is the one I'd probably gravitate to more. But honestly, I love both of them, and I can see myself getting a lot of use out of these. So it's more down to whether you like the color story or not, because the quality is excellent in both of them. You're getting beautiful shifty metallics, you're getting beautiful mattes that are pigmented and blendable. I mean, Oden's Eye has such a amazing eyeshadow formula. Love all of their palettes and products, and I'm really happy with all the looks that I was able to do. They did lean more smoky, but you know what? That is my vibe. So that is basically all my thoughts on the palettes. Oh, and let me get into the jewelry pieces. They're beautiful as well. The two earrings that I picked up are nice and weighted. They feel a little bit more like high quality than like, I guess, most costume jewelry that you would pick up anywhere. I definitely feel like they're worth the price. They're beautiful and sparkly. They look very well made. I also love, you know, the first pair of earrings that I wore, and I think the other jewelry pieces that they have are gorgeous. I don't think I really went into the other pieces, but they have like necklaces and bracelets that like match with the earrings and other like earring types. But that was my thoughts on the collection and the products that I got to try. I'm very happy with everything. You guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Did you purchase? Did you pass on this palette? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot of indie makeup, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I have the collection linked where you can find it. I have other Oden's Eye reviews that I've done if you want to see anything on their other products. I will also have my makeup link, like the foundation that I wore. I pretty much used the same base for all of the looks, so that will be linked, as well as my contact and my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Brici Lifestyle and Brici_Beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, being here, being amazing. I just appreciate you guys all so very much, and I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and I'm just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.